Ya estamos aquí, pero para
Notice for all personnel. This week's chess club meeting has been cancelled. Repeat. This week's chess club meeting has been cancelled.
a ver.
Notice for all personnel. This week's chess club meeting has been cancelled. Repeat. This week's chess club meeting has been cancelled.
Y de seguro.
Reminder for all personnel. Please report any unusual symptoms to your section medical officer immediately on noticing them. Don't be a symptomatic Sally.
Vamos a guardar aquí. puede. Esporas y hierba, tónico extraño. Ah, mira, aquí está. Tónico extraño. Esporas. Tengo que ir a... hierba, la encuentro en el bosque. Este. Bueno, podía acá se fue la hierba, pero podía a la iglesia. Voy a la iglesia. Voy a ver. Okay. Yo por aquí. Pero pues más que nada, si no puedes entrar, derribas a la puerta, digo.
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you. Wait. You're not one of the scientific staff. Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them. How did you know I was down here? You found it in... You mean to say you were inside the interchange? Just how did you get in there? They sealed the place tight. Don't take me for a fool. The most tightly sealed facility in Britain. And you just walked in? The interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look, do you realize what this means? If you have access to the interchange, then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall. If we don't stop it now, the infection will cover Europe in a matter of years. Eventually, the whole world will just be an endless garden of this foul stuff. We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, first we thought it was benign, beneficial even, according to the early results. To our eternal shame, we did. In hindsight, it was too soon. But science moves quickly here. In our experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability. But it was not purified nearly enough, as it transpired. Its active agent was much more active than we realized. What it was doing to both our bodies and our minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form. You can see why I must keep myself hidden away down here. Yes, it's under control, but I'll never be entirely free of it. Thanks to this apparatus, I found a way to inoculate myself, halting the infection before it could fully establish itself. If my colleagues had shown more faith in my line of experimentations, well, we wouldn't be where and what we are now. But look, we have so little time. I desperately need your help. I need you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper. All the way down to the quarantine level. Somewhere in there is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers and a way out of here. Here's my keycard. It will get you deeper into the medical section. Before you go, you should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden. It should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head. Best of luck.
Gracias, doctor. Ya estuve a punto de matarme. Es una conjetura interesante. Desgraciadamente, la única forma que tenemos de descubrir si que se forma órganos específicos y especializados en caso de crecer lo suficiente es darle rienda suelta. Y espero que los acomoden contra ese evidente. Incluso este generalizado, el material orgánico es muy interesante ya que muestra características químicas no muy distintas a las que se encuentran en el cerebro y el tejido nervioso humano. Uy, doctor, estuve a punto de matarte. Nueva adquirida. Ahorita lo uso. Exacto, 26 de julio de 1940, para pasar mejor. El transporte de los núcleos amplios a la instalación de la planta se ha completado con esto. En mi opinión, no se ha completado satisfactoriamente. Estableció una lista de medidas de seguridad que debía cumplir. No trata de una especie de menor alcance. Se recortaron inexcusablemente los márgenes de seguridad. Os recuerdo que todo que cuestiones de seguridad y instituciones de árbitro, soy el doctor Garrow, al doctor Tucker. Ahí, doctor. necesito hierba. Ok. Tengo que regresar. Reacción. Yo sí tenía que morir. Puedo cerrar aquí. ¿Puedo? Guarda. Creación. Hierba. Tengo que irme. Ya, hacerlo. Down. Por acá. Ahí. Por aquí debe haber hierba.
Don't know why we're hanging around. We've had all the work nailed down already.
Ahí tengo. Ya no. Ah, me falta, ¿cómo se dice una hierba? Sabía que era ya no tengo. estaba ahí.
Hello? Anyone receiving this? What the blue blazes happened just now? Who declared quarantine?
Dr. Holder.
Dr. Garrow? Is that you? Where are you?
Alan, listen to me.
Diane, where are you? Is this your doing? We're locked in.
There was an explosion. We had to...
Had to what? Where are you, Diane?
I'm on the evacuation convoy. I'm sorry, Alan. There was no time.
Los aumentos de nivel de configuración y conciencia del sujeto son asombrosos, sabiendo que la exposición fórmula modificada podría producir efectos interesantes e imprevistos, pero esto será incluso expectativa más descabellada. Las aplicaciones potenciales de una versión más refinada del estimulante son casi limitadas. Sugiero que poseamos una idea más amplia. Imagina un mundo en el que pudiera obtener un título de universidad en un día, formar un médico en una semana y entrenar a un nivel más básico a un minuto. Podría cambiarlo todo. Por supuesto, debemos controlar al paciente para detectar cualquier otro efecto secundario. No, versus nadie quiere que se repita el fiasco del sujeto 14. El fiasco del sujeto 14. Aquí está la radiación. Sistema de alimentación. Auditorio. Lockdown control. Está cerrado. Aquí está. Guardar. Prefiero que vengas, Aprender resistencia. Una de selección médica. Mira. Compromiso. Primera muestra de puro organismo descubierto en la zona Overon. Se conserva en la laboratorio médica con finales experimentales. Un recipiente con decimales crecimiento en su interior hay una sustancia extraña flotando. Pues vámonos aquí. Pues sí. Ah, pues por aquí. Hola. Island.
Astonishing that Miss Tanner should escape the convoy ambush with nary a scratch. An unusually resourceful young woman, clearly. She's taken an undue interest in some of our more secure systems. One might reasonably wonder why. I intend to keep my distance from her. I suggest you do the same.
Island. Guarda. En cualquier caso. Lo apago. Ah, tengo una porra.
Do you have any information about this crime? If so, report it immediately to the protocol officer. Remember, colluding with criminals.
El protocolo no, la gente no. A ver, vamos a... Madre ya. Encontré un bote nuevo, un bote de la muestra 1 a nivel medicina. El doctor Hall me pidió que se llevara. Ok, ¿qué más? Archivo de evaluación médica. Ah, es el doctor. La madre entiende el propósito. Y yo la maté. No, la madre de Iago nunca me... Sí. No te olvides. Doctor Agarro, quiero sus notas de investigación. Centro de robótica. Doctor Alan.
Time is of the essence. With any luck, Sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility. You found the sample? But this is wonderful. For the first time in years, there's hope. A true, viable hope. Do. I'm going to make it into a whip. This alien muck has vulnerabilities, but taking advantage of them is difficult. My plan is to contaminate this sample to render it toxic, and then reintroduce it to the main growth. Now I need to get to work on this sample. But I can see you're curious, and you've earned some answers, should you want them. Is there anything that you want to know? It's an official secret, for all the weight that carries now. Oberon is the code name for the meteorite they found buried here. It was uncovered just after the war, during the evacuation of new slate mine workings. That discovery was the reason they built this whole circus here. I dearly wish it had remained undisturbed. The rock itself contained remarkable minerals, instrumental in the creation of the atomic batteries, and all the other marvels you've no doubt already encountered. But they drilled too deep into Oberon. And, at its core, discovered organic matter. That was Sample 1. A team of biologists, myself included, were assigned to analyze it. But the Oberon investigative team drilled too deep. There was some sort of violent and highly energetic feedback that collapsed part of the plant and triggered the quarantine. That was in 1957. It is abominable. Plainly extraterrestrial, voracious and implacable. At first, the top brass was excited by the potential it showed. In small doses, it seemed to accelerate our ability to learn to a remarkable degree. Your mind expanded. As if you had a connection to lost knowledge that you had somehow forgotten and were simply rediscovering it. But then, some of us started to change. We barely had time to start coming to terms with it. The explosion at the Oberon site came just days later. The quarantine was declared, and they trapped us in the lab. They left us for dead. Our own colleagues. You mean, why am I still trapped in the medical section? We didn't know it at the time, but there was a breach towards the back of the lab. Thanks to my experimental inoculation, I was able to resist the infection, to keep my own personality and intellect intact. I escaped through the tunnels under the lab. The only place I could think of to hide was there. When it seemed there was more to this growth than the BARD top brass wanted to admit, some of my colleagues and I decided to set up a very unofficial lab. This is it. It was hard work carting all this gear undetected, but we managed it. The vicar agreed to let us use the crypt for storage years ago, before the disaster. We made a small donation. To the church, you understand. And he didn't ask any questions after that. Now, I need to get to work on turning this sample active but toxic. A biological time bomb, if you will. In the meantime, there's something else you may be able to help me with. In return, I can assure you a route out of here. That's the deal. Sometimes, at night, I go up to the church tower and listen to the sentries chatting down below. I've heard some chatter that suggests my old colleague Dr. Garrow came back into the zone. I hear that Garrow somehow escaped from the soldiers' prison. That was your doing, I presume. Please tell me where she is. I very much need to see her. It's vitally important. She and I worked on the Oberon project. Garrow's a cyberneticist. That's the science of control, if you're unfamiliar with the term. She was over on the technological end of things, leading the development of the robots. A very brilliant woman, and obsessively devoted to her work above all else. When the quarantine was declared, well, she got out, and we didn't. I never thought I'd have the chance to see her again. But it seems she couldn't leave well enough alone and just had to come back. It's vital I see her about something before we can leave. Of course. I might have known. Thank you. I'll finish my work here, and then make my way to her.
Pero, híjole, no debía haber matado al doctor y no debo de mandarlo a la cárcel, no. Error mío. Ya está, estoy atando cabos. Ya debo de matar, de encargarme de la panadería. Ayudar a la panadera. Es ayudar a la panadera. Despacio. Bueno gente, si te gustó dale like, suscríbete, deja tus comentarios y nos vemos en el próximo video.